What's up, everybody? This is Big Corleone of the This My Heard podcast, coming to you live. You know how we do it. I'm gonna bring in my lovely co-host. We're gonna start off with TG Love. How you doing?
Hey,
How's everything?
good. I got my
Good.
hair done finally.
All right. All right. Let me bring in the lovely Lady G. How you doing?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
But I can't hear you, Corleone.
No? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. You could hear me before, right? No, she can't hear me.
Nope.
I think she could hear you before.
Yeah, she could, but not now.
I guess.
Can you hear her?
Can you hear me?
Nope, can't hear you either.
All right. Okay.
Maybe go out and come back in. Sometimes that works.
Yeah. All right. We'll bring her back in a second. Let's try this again.
It's
she logged out. She'll log back in.
It's like plug and unplug the computer.
Yes. Yep. Just like with the Wi-Fi. Sometimes you gotta unplug it and plug it back in. It's fucking crazy. Wi-Fi. That's shout out. But anyway, we'll wait till she comes back. But in the meantime, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Alrighty,
hey.
Cooking with gas.
What happened?
Cooking with gas.
I can hardly hear you.
I said we're cooking with gas.
Yeah, cooking with gas. So, like I said, Happy New Year to everybody. I know it's been a while since we've been on. Holidays passed. How was your Christmas and your New Year's? Let's start off with Lady G.
I would say they were pretty good. Christmas spent at home with my daughter. We played Yahtzee. And New Year's I spent in church.
All right.
But it was good. No complaints.
No complaints at all?
Nope. Time spent with family.
That's nice.
Though small, it was good.
All right, that's nice. And how about you, TG?
Yeah, it was good. It was nice. I got some nice gifts. And
you got gifts?
I did. My favorite is my new handheld shower head, because it's like has actual water pressure, unlike my shower. So I'm like, I love it. I actually feel clean when I get. I'm just like,
that's important.
Yeah. You gotta feel clean.
Like, what was I doing before? But yeah, it makes a difference.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh shit. That's funny. As far as I'm concerned, my Christmas was spent. It is what it was. All right, not too bad. New Year's was good. Had a nice time. But the holidays went well. Went on without a hitch. Kids are good. Kids are good. Everybody's good. That's what's important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, do you guys have any resolutions or anything like that? Like not like that, New Year, new me shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was already doing the new me, so I don't have to wait for the new year.
It's that season, so you gotta.
Oh, it is, because let me tell you, the first couple weeks, the gym was packed.
Of course.
I'm like, here comes the newbies.
Yep. That's what it is. Once the new year starts, everybody's in there like that. Come February, second week of February, everybody's gonna be like,
dying down.
Yeah.
Back to apple pies and cakesters.
Because resolutions don't work, because people don't make things realistic or something that's actually attainable. So, oh, son of a bitch! No, sorry, that was the cat trying to crawl up me.
Oh,
But I was gonna say, like, I don't do resolutions. I just like to have certain goals for the
goals.
year.
Yeah.
And then those are the things that I focus on,
Right.
like, and try to make happen. And they have to be like attainable goals and realistic and um something that I can actually do.
Right.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense because a lot of people sometimes they say I'm going to the gym, I'm a Hulk smash and shit like that and everything, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't work out that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
everybody's
I get it.
obsessed with losing weight. It's always the thing for especially for the new year, all the diets start. And now GLP-1s are like a huge thing. And they're being pushed just like gastric bypass surgery was pushed when it came out. So I don't know. I don't get why people like jump to things so quick without there being enough research and studies to see like what these drugs do to your body.
I think because society as a whole creates this need of having to look a certain way, be a certain way.
Yes, thin
And that's
equals
the
healthy
issue.
in the eyes of society, and unfortunately, you can't look at people and
Environment.
tell if they're healthy. So,
Exactly. Because even I've been hearing a lot of the people taking the GLP ones are having a lot of issues as far as
yes,
healthiness because they're not maintaining the correct diet, which includes protein and fiber and minerals. They're just so happy with the weight change. They're not even worrying about maintaining the healthy part.
right. I mean, nobody really knows what that looks like because so many people out there are trying to like shove down everybody's throat what healthy is, what you should be eating, and it doesn't help either with the new FDA guidelines that they made the pyramid again, and it's basically an upside down pyramid, making carbs the enemy again. And it's really stupid because you can't have diets that are high in fat and high in meat because those things actually cause cardiac issues. So there has to be a balance, and that's what it's really about. This whole like protein kick is so stupid. They do this every year with something. It's an ingredient that comes out and everybody's like, "Oh, did you know, now we're doing this." So now it's like all protein drinks at Starbucks, protein drinks at Dunkin'. I'm just like, this is so fucking stupid. Like the issue isn't people aren't getting enough protein. People don't get enough fiber.
Right.
The majority of people do not get enough fiber.
So
We need to worry about that.
Happy New Year from Myra. She said Happy New Year,
Happy
everybody.
New Year, Mara.
Hey, Myra.
Hulk smash from Susanna. And then Melissa says instant gratification instead of putting in the work.
I mean, it's not about where I think it's I get the idea of instant gratification. A lot of us have that. We want something quick. Like even like even when your internet is slow or something, right? Like you're just like, no, not today, bro. Because it's like we're so used to things working and working quickly and getting a response quick and getting an answer quick and finding an answer quick that
Well, don't come to Florida because you ain't getting none of that.
no, I believe that.
I went
But
to Wawa and it literally took a half an hour for a hoagie sandwich.
oh my God, that's crazy.
I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, are you killing the ham?
They're making it all fresh. Yep, just for you.
Straight from the farm to my table.
I wish.
Yeah,
That's definitely not the case at all.
that's wow. So, all right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Say what you're
I
gonna
was
say.
going to say it was just one kid working by himself.
Oh man.
But he was literally moving at the speed
Right.
of a sloth. I'm like,
Yeah, that's wild.
like I know that most people here are retired. However, I'm not
Oh.
even close. And I have a 19-year-old here who is starving to death.
Oh my
Did
gosh.
you not see her emaciating before your eyes? Can you hurry it up a little bit?
Oh my goodness.
So I have, before we get into the thick of things here, I got an email. All right. You know how our emails
Doing your
go.
emails.
Yeah, we got an email. This guy's name is AirTag Guy. That's how he tagged his email, AirTag Guy.
Okay, AirTag guy.
Yeah, hold on. Happy New Year. Question for you, Corleone. Did the host get their shirts yet?
No, they did not.
Oh shit. No, that's not true because Lady G got hers.
Well, that's not plural host.
Yeah, I have to get you yours.
Let me just say, it's a Christmas email.
Good, you could send it with my laptop. There you go.
Yes, I will definitely do that. All right, so that was funny. All right, during Christmas, my wife gave me an AirTag and suggested I use it so she can know where I am when I don't respond to messages. It's important to clarify that I already communicate constantly, sharing where I am, when I arrive, when I leave work or classes, returning calls as soon as possible, and checking in daily. Every night we talk about our day, where we've been, who we've spoken with, and this open communication has been the foundation of our trust. I've always valued independence and privacy. And while I understand checking in for safety, I'm uncomfortable with being tracked 24/7. I
Did you
told
say
her,
he was married?
yeah, he's married.
Okay.
All right.
It's
So
that goodbye it I do.
I'm uncomfortable with being tracked 24/7. I told her I didn't want to use the AirTag, not because I'm hiding anything, but because constant GPS tracking feels like a breach of privacy to me. Since then, we've had repeated arguments. She says my refusal to use the AirTag means that she has lost trust in me. Even though I trust her without needing to track her, I feel hurt and confused that setting this boundary is being seen as lack of transparency, and I don't know what this means for our marriage. Any advice you give would be greatly appreciated. AirTag Guy.
AirTag guy.
So this is all right. Before we start, hold on.
Should be John.
Now before I turn it over to everybody, this is what I'm thinking. First thing I'm thinking is he giving us the whole story? That's one thing, right? Second thing is what is the real reason behind her wanting to track him?
Right.
Other than
what is the motivation?
What's the motivation behind that? And then is his communication and transparency with her what it is? Is it really that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that's really going on? But this is all he said. So, what do you girls think?
That was my first question I wrote down is the question that he needs to be asking is why does she need to know where he is 24/7? Why do you need that in order to trust somebody? That to me says more about you and your trust issues than anything else. So that also makes me wonder, like you just brought up, is he telling us everything? Because what led to this now all of a sudden? Or is it just her insecurities and things like that that are digging up trust issues or whatever? But my advice really would be to go talk to a counselor or something, like do therapy together to figure out what happened, because I don't feel like we have enough information
Right.
to really give.
But I think if they're sharing everything already,
I think that's why I say I call bullshit, because if you're sharing everything already and having open communication, I'm not going to turn around and be like, oh, I got you an AirTag so I know where you are all the time. Like, first of all, that's crazy creepy to me. Like, if somebody got me something so they know where I'm at all the time. Like, now, if I worked in something where safety is an issue and they got me that, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if the air tag was bought as like a safety issue, that I can understand. But if it's being given to track down somebody, that to me is weird. Like, you should be doing that with your kids.
Right.
You don't do that with your husband. You do that with your kids. Like, the need to want that kind of makes me feel like there's issues, because that it's just weird. How do you have open, honest communication, but she wants to know where you are? And he's already been checking in. He said in the thing that he's
Yeah.
already checking in with her all the time. So it's kind of like, damn. Like, when you read that, I was like, damn, but why we gotta be like,
Yeah.
I got to work. Okay. I'm leaving work. Okay. I'm going to class. Like, damn.
Right.
Who
And
wants that?
Susanna said some past history, or maybe some history, or maybe past trauma there.
But possibly. I mean, we all, like, shit comes out. Yes. It's usually something from the past. But, like, why? Why is that coming up now is the real
Right.
question.
Yeah.
Why now is it like this? Where, like, does she expect him to have it on and also check in? Because that's freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's really excessive. All right, let's see what Jennifer says. Jennifer says, is she trying to track him because she doesn't want him to track her? Maybe she's got something to hide.
Who knows? You know, this could go many ways.
Maybe she's sliding and she's like, let me make sure this is where he's at, so I
Yes.
can, I don't know. I
I literally
right.
just watched a video like that, a reel where, you know, there's a lot of reels out there that people will share a thing and give their opinion or whatever, but I just watched some of it, and this woman was just like blatantly just putting out her business about how she was in a marriage basically where her husband took care of her and she could do whatever she wanted, and she got bored, so she had an affair. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? Like,
He said the wrong name at the altar. Friends reference. LOL.
I take you, Rachel. I mean, Emily. So yeah. So when I saw that video, I was like, wait, what? And she's like bragging about, like, telling this story about, and then getting a divorce, like all this stuff. And I'm just like, she kicked this man out of her house. He caught her cheating. She kicked him out of the house. And I'm just like, wait, what? And this man provided for you and your son.
Mm-hmm.
And what? What is the, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we kind of need a little bit more information on that email, but that's all that was sent. So like, I can't.
Well, that's the best they're getting.
If you are in the chat room, let us know what's up. You know what I'm saying, and we'll figure it out for you. But so now, the core question would be, we're going to talk a little bit about. Well, my camera's getting blurry. Hold up.
Oh my.
All right, there we go. Back to normal. All right. We're gonna talk a little bit about, the being accountable. You know what I'm saying? Transparency, maybe a little bit of worrying about other people's feelings. Would you rather tell the truth, or would you rather lie to protect someone's feelings? Dubs just showed up. Hold on one second. Yo, you all right? You look a little.
I'm exhausted, bro.
All right, so just hold up. So the question is, when did protecting people's feelings start taking priority over telling the truth, and who's actually benefiting from it? So
I'm supposed to answer this one.
that's no.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
Hot
tired.
seat. He came in and it's like, hot seat, I got a question for you.
yo, like I was about to, I was like, yo, like let me get settled in first. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, hold up. Myra says there is definitely trust issues in the marriage, or someone is doing something sneaky.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
consensus basically on
Yeah.
that other thing. But there's
oh,
more to the
um,
story.
I'm real quick. Not to sound rude or nothing, but I want to give a rest in peace to our peoples. You know, who lost the husband this past Saturday.
Yeah,
You know, rest
actually.
in peace. You know, and it's ironic because my granddaughter was born this past Saturday, so
Wow.
it's an eerie thing. You know, so I mean, congratulations to my son and rest in peace to
Yeah.
to a homeboy right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I gotta say.
All right.
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
And
All
sorry
right.
for your loss and congratulations in the same.
The same
Yeah,
sentence. Yeah.
yeah, it's life. Like you know what?
Mhm. Circle
Like
of
you know
life
what?
right there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like it's just like I'm celebrating a life and our people's this morning on the same
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So it's like life.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It is.
TG, you want to tackle this first?
Sure. What I already lost track.
All right.
What
Yeah, because the
When
Packers
did
couldn't tackle the Bears, so you could at
okay,
least tackle
let's
something.
not even. 'Cause this is why
I'm
I don't even watch anymore. It's just disturbing.
all right. So all right,
Happy New Year's, by the way. Happy New Year's. Sorry.
Yes,
All right, go
happy
ahead.
New Year.
when did protecting people's feelings start taking priority over telling the truth? Who actually benefits from that?
Okay.
We'll start with you.
Okay, so protecting people's feelings, I think that's on each individual. Like I'm not for that. I think there's certain things, maybe there's ways to word things to not be so straight up or abrupt with somebody to make them feel some kind of way because messaging is important, right? So you don't want to just blurt out whatever. Um but taking into account people's feelings when telling them the truth about something. I don't believe in that bullshit like, oh, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to hurt their feelings. But honestly, I'd rather my feelings be hurt and me like deal with it and process and figure out from there, whatever the case may be, and move on. Because like if not, I feel like it's kind of like talking behind somebody's back or like they're not privy to something going on. You're being sneaky at the end of the day. Like just
Betrayal.
yeah,
It's a
to
form of
me
betrayal.
it's more betrayal. You're benefiting yourself at the end of the day because you don't want to deal with the consequences that are coming. That's accountability. Accountability is showing up and owning the bullshit and saying I fucked up if that is the case and I'm sorry and this happened, but like not saying anything. Like there was a show I watched recently where I'm not gonna say the name of the show so I won't spoil anything, but towards the end it turned out that the brother or whatever of this child, like the woman winds up killing him. She doesn't know that is her actual son, her biological son. She winds up killing this kid. Okay. The husband finds out that this happens and the daughter. And the daughter's like, we gotta tell mom. And he's like, no. He's like, we can't tell her this. So it's like, I'm wondering because what would that do to you if you found out that you killed someone like to protect your daughter and it turned out that that was also your son?
That's
So like let's use this scenario because it's a fucked up scenario. Now, would you spare the mother's feelings and not
now.
tell
All right.
her?
So here's my question to that. The father, is it
Yes.
also his son?
No.
I don't know.
So quick background was basically she was taken into a cult and was impregnated. They when they gave birth, they told them that the babies were stillborn, but they stole the babies and then took them to other families. That's what happened.
What are
So
you
she
watching?
thought her son was dead.
Yeah, what kind of show is this? What kind of
I
sick
know.
ass show you
Like,
watching?
what the hell is this?
It's
It's on
a show.
Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix and it's a British show. This is why I
Oh,
love them.
of course it's British. You know, like
They're so good with this. But
of
yeah,
course it'll be
like
British.
so yeah, that's crazy. Like, do you spare her knowing that,
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I ain't sparing shit. For what?
so you would definitely tell.
Of course. Why not?
Oh boy. I don't know what I
Someone's
would
got to
do.
tell the truth,
I
and
was
I'm going to
thinking
tell it.
about it.
That means they were stillborn. Okay. And then this one says a good one. Oh,
For the name of the show?
I guess no, not. I don't think it's the name
Oh,
of
it's
the
a
No,
joke.
that's
That means they were stillborn. Oh, I got it.
oh
Sick.
god.
Oh, I got it now. Yeah.
Yeah, that means they
Oh
were
my god.
stillborn. You
Oh,
sick
shit.
puppy, you. You know what? That's the reason why you listen to the show, huh?
All right,
Great.
My
yeah,
thinking, like,
so what do you? So Dubs, what do you think?
man,
Oh, he said he was.
I'm telling, man, like, look, you know what? You know, like, I think that, you know what I'm saying, we passed the age of, like, you know what I'm saying, coddling people's feelings, man. We
Right.
passed that. You know, like, what? Am I supposed to, like, no, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna find ways to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, you know what, it's gonna be truthful, but you know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it back. Same thing. It's, you know what, it's very it's almost like you're fence sitting, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like sometimes, you know what I'm saying, like with, you know what I'm saying, like with certain people, like I always felt like I had to like toe the line of how I'm gonna say things. But it just got to the point where I'm just gonna tell you how it is and that's it, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
I get it.
like you know, like I like it's a waste, you know what? It's a waste of energy for me to be like, well, let me see how I'm gonna say. No, man, I'm just gonna say it, man. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna say what it is. Like, yo, you fucked up, that's it. And
Right.
you know, you know, there's no other way, you know, there's no other way. Like, you know, I could be, you know what I'm saying, I could be more rude about it, but I'm not, you know? Like
Right.
I'm gonna try to tell you like straight line as you know what I'm saying, like as straight as it could be. Because I
Yeah.
expect people to tell me the same thing too.
Right.
Don't sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know,
What-
and like as a matter of fact, anybody, you know, like, you know, dancing around, you know, dancing with words and whatever, you know, you might as well just tell them the biggest lie ever. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you might as well be like, nah, you didn't mess up. No, you messed up. You know, like you might as well just tell them that. You know what I mean? Like I would never understand, you know, but nowadays I would never understand like how like, you know, people need to like, you know, um like coddle people's feelings, man. Like that's like, you know, like for that, you know, you for that, you know what I'm saying, you get a yes man around you, you know?
Mm.
Yeah. What about you, Lady G? What do you think?
Well, I'm kind of torn because, I'm the type of person that I meet in the middle. Nothing is as black and white. I personally prefer the truth because I can heal from the truth. I can't heal from a continuous lie.
Mhm.
However, there is a way to express things to people and a way not to express things to people. We don't have to be hurtful or vindictive in order to let somebody know the truth. You
Mhm.
can do it in a loving way, in a supportive way by saying, we can agree to disagree. However, this is how I'm experiencing this. This is what I see. This is how I feel. Because we can only take responsibility for our own thoughts, feelings, behaviors, actions, and
Right.
we really don't have a right to put that on somebody else. However, yeah, if you don't tell somebody there's an issue, how are they supposed to fix it or change it? Ultimately, it's up to them. Yeah, being respectful while still telling the truth. Because even out there are people saying, "Well, this is just how I am. This is who I am. I just tell it like it is. I'm a real one." Yeah, but you're using that as an excuse to be nasty and
Mhm.
and to be hurtful.
Mhm.
And there is no reason to purposefully be hurtful. You want to be helpful to somebody by letting them know what the truth is, or at least how you're experiencing the truth, or how you're experiencing what they're doing, saying. But there's a way to do it without being nasty.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing but the truth. And if you can't handle the truth, then that's that's not my fault. But doing it
Like my
respectfully,
daughter says, it sounds like a you problem and not a me
Yeah.
problem.
yeah,
I
like
like
Myra,
that. I've always liked the you problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what?
like Myra, hold up, like Myra said, you need to be respectful about it. Don't sit there and be a fucking dick and be like, well, listen, this
Yeah.
is what it. You know what I'm saying? Try to ease the blow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you know what's gonna hurt, and you know that everything that you say can either hurt somebody's feelings or make them feel like shit, then you have to find a way to be like, all right, look, this is what happened. This is what's going on. This is I apologize. I'm sorry, but this is what it is. But do it in a respectful manner. You don't have to be like, well, you know what? I don't give a fuck, but this is what happened.
I
It is
wasn't
what it
saying
is,
it
and
like
that's
that.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I didn't say
yo,
But
yo,
you
yo,
did.
yo, look,
But you
yo,
did.
yo,
but
all right. You know what?
yeah,
My
well, PG's
what?
right. You kind of did.
How yo, you know what? How my answer
Especially
came out.
about
You know
the
what I'm saying? Like, yo,
mom.
you know what?
Damn.
I'm gonna say the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you know what? I wasn't gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not disrespectful with it. I'm like, yo, listen, you know what? It's gonna sound harsh. I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always start off like that because like
But it doesn't have
it's
to sound harsh.
it's the truth is always harsh though.
No, it's not. Okay, so I have a great example. Okay.
All right.
While I'm here, I have somebody who's been in my life all my life, and he's kind of like my grandfather. Well, he has Alzheimer's. So
Wait.
what?
I don't know. Like you sound far.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, I'm closer. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
you're
That's
closer
only
to my
because
heart. Yay.
I don't want to be nowhere near your
Aw.
black ducks. Nowhere. Nowhere. So okay, so he's like my grandfather. Actually, I call him abuelo, so he is my grandfather, and right now he's not in a good place, and he doesn't have other family to help care for him. So we went into his apartment where he's staying, and I'm telling you, from the moment you walk in, all you smell is urine and stuff like that, right? So another member of my family basically just said, like was telling him like it is. And I couldn't believe that he could be so cold. Where I understood what he was saying about, being honest and telling him, how it is and the truth and not sugarcoating it. However, he didn't necessarily need to say it the way it was said. So we go in and there's this situation, and even me and my daughter were having difficulty even breathing. But at the same
Wow.
token, you see that, he's got this difficulty with the Alzheimer's. It's not totally his fault. And
Right.
nobody's assisting him. So nobody's reminding him to bathe. Nobody's reminding him to go, take care of business and all this kind of stuff. So anyway, we go in there because it's like we've made a decision. Now we want to step in because apparently nobody is going to. So we decide we're going to step in to help. But in doing that, we get him new clothes, and this other member of my family gives him the clothes and basically says to him, "Now I'm going to give you these clothes, and before we come to get you tomorrow, you better make sure you shower because I am not taking you out smelling all pissy and like, garbage, and you're not getting in my car, being." He did it in Spanish words, so
It sounds
I
even
really
worse.
don't.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds worse in
So
Spanish,
it's
man. Like
like
it does.
I don't want to translate those words again, one, because that's not my personality. But as a person, I felt so. Yes, honesty is the best policy. But again, you can present honesty in a loving, supportive way. So it's letting him know, okay, abuelo, we need to take a shower. Abuelo, you need to put these clothes on. You cannot wear these clothes every day, all day. These are only going out clothes. Then, let's do a sign to remind you, let's take a shower every day. Like, because it's not totally his fault. But when you come up to him and you just say to him, because I'm not taking you out smelling like piss or shit or, any of that kind of stuff.
No,
It's like,
that's extra. That's
yeah,
extra.
but it's like, do you think this person, I mean, he's not really aware, but at the same time, do you think this person is not keenly aware that he can smell it too? He's just helpless. He has no way of getting these things done. So if we're going to step in, why are we going to step in with the
And
word of
berate him.
love and then make him feel less than by saying certain things? Like, that doesn't make sense to me as a person, as a human being. I'm not going to come and tell you I'm going to help you. I'm going to care for you. I'm going to support you. And then sit there and call you stupid, idiotic, lazy, that you smell, like shit and stuff like that. Like, I'm going to let them know you don't smell, clean. Do you need asking them, do you need help taking a shower? Do you need help brushing your teeth? Do you even know how to do that? Like, find out what it is they do know. Don't make assumptions. Like,
Right.
you can, like, I think I'm a pretty transparent type person. When there's a problem, you can't fix the problem unless I let you know. So I'm going to let you know. And I'm not going to do it in front of other people. Um, Maybe the other people know. Who knows? But if I'm coming to you to help you out, I'm going to say, listen, you know, this is the way things are. I even washed his clothes twice today. Like, went to a laundromat and did heavy duty, threw everything in it. And even after that, it's still like, it's like you almost want to throw this stuff away. But I imagine, especially for an older person, that's already got to feel pretty crappy to know that you're losing your faculties. Yeah, it's how you're honest and
Um,
respectful with the information.
excuse me, I have a question. So, with your family member knowing that he's, like Alzheimer's. I mean,
Yeah.
he's, but he knows what's going on because
Oh yeah,
like, look,
he
you know
knew
what,
more about it. Like I told you, I came
and
here
then
to Florida. I'm from New Jersey. Everybody else lives here. So they already know the situation. And I
I'm just
just
going to
stepped
say
into it.
something because I have experience with this and
that's
I'm
messed
going to
up.
say
That
this. But people who are close to family members who have Alzheimer's
Oh
are in
yes.
huge denial
Oh yes.
and they have a very hard time understanding and processing
and
what is
accepting.
going on. When a person has Alzheimer's, they are not knowing what the fuck is going on half the time.
Exactly.
They need someone there to guide them. You can't just leave a note and expect them. You can't
Right.
leave clothes and
Yep.
expect them to know. You can't just tell them and expect them to know. No, you have
No.
to do it. Like that's the
And
only
it's
way.
a daily participation in their routine
But
because
Yeah.
they don't remember from one second to the next. It's a constant guiding of
yes,
them, being
yes,
with them, repeating to them. I mean, I can't tell you
so
how
many
many
times.
times my grandmother
Oh my god, so
sat
many
at the
times.
table and asked me who I was.
Yeah, so many
And I
times.
and I and again, it's like I just keep repeating it because I know that that's what she needs. And she
Yes,
kept saying, "Is that your daughter?" I'm like, "Yes, that's my daughter." Then she asked 5 minutes later, "Is that your sister?" Because,
yeah,
but that's just the disease. Some
right.
people get so frustrated with it
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
they make assumptions that, oh no, that's just who they are. That's who they've been their whole lives.
Mm-hmm.
It may be their core, but this disease takes their lives and shreds it into
Yep.
millions and millions of pieces. They don't know if they're coming or going. And I literally saw my grandfather look at my family member today because he was being asked questions by a business. And in order to do the business, he has to be the one that answers the questions.
Oh God.
However, he doesn't have those answers. He can't remember his last name, let alone some of this other information. And so he's looking at my other family members like, what is the answer? He looked so hopeless and so helpless. I wanted to cry. in the business. I was like, I can't believe this.
Does somebody
But
have power of attorney in that situation?
uh, that's part of the issue. You've got all these people who aren't doing anything for him, but want power over his resources. And for me, that is a very scary thought. And I'm trying to stop myself from doing what I do, which is taking over, taking responsibility, but knowing full well that I live in a whole nother state and
Yeah.
don't want to put anyone in a situation where I can't be able to follow through.
Right. I completely understand. And I
So
tell you,
I'm trusting.
right. I don't know. That's rough because power of attorney, taking over power of attorney, and then trying to be in one state when you're completely.
Well, I'm already doing it with
That's a
my
that
parent.
that's a
That's a tough
that's a tough
situation.
mountain to
So
climb.
So the
It
thing
is.
with
I have to
power of
travel every 3
attorney,
months.
she basically, does he have a will?
No,
So this becomes a bigger issue
he has
because
nothing to his name.
he doesn't have mental capacity.
Right.
So the state might appoint the
Yep.
state as his power of attorney.
Right.
And that becomes a big problem.
And that's gonna really suck. But like, what other options is there? This is why you gotta take care of shit like when you can and when everything is up there and good, because once
Yes.
things go bad, they're not gonna let you sign anything or anything like that, because they're basically gonna say like this person is
You don't
incompetent.
have capacity. Yeah.
Right.
Incapacitated.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's a crazy situation
it
you're
is a
dealing
crazy
with.
situation. Great. That is a crazy situation. So, all right. So the next question is being honest still possible today without being labeled toxic? Or is honesty only acceptable when it's convenient?
I agree with both, actually. It is possible. It is totally possible to still be honest in this day and age. But also, when someone labels you toxic for expressing what you feel is honest, that says more about them and where their mind is than it does about you.
Excuse me,
Like,
Los.
go ahead.
Do
What?
we have like an explosion? Like an explosion, because what she says deserves that explosion, that boom. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no, I don't have
Nah,
that.
nah, 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 nah. Like like the
I don't
like
have
the
that.
like the funk like the funk master.
Congratulations. Well
Boom.
done.
Well,
Congratulations.
you know what we'll do for that one right now. But you know what she said, like like that is the truth. Like there's no
Drop the
Oh,
like
mic.
Yeah,
like
I don't.
like
We
like
don't
you know
have
what
that
there's
yet.
no other way. There's no other way to even what I'm saying, respond after that,
Yeah.
because
So,
because
all right. So, like I said, like she said, is it possible to be to be honest without being labeled toxic, or is honesty only acceptable when it's convenient to people?
That is totally true.
honesty is only acceptable when it's convenient to people.
Yeah,
It's
because people will talk about being honest all day long, but then when you're honest with them, they can dish it but cannot take it.
right, especially when it's about them.
Yeah.
People have a hard time accepting or being self-aware about their own shit.
there's
And
always a
I think that's the
well-dressed
bigger issue is
Oh yeah.
self-awareness. Self-awareness. Own your stuff.
Right.
And
because
honesty is the best policy. Again, when you're honest with somebody, things can move forward. Okay, so there's an honest communication. I either decide to fix it, not fix it. There's an honest communication. I can heal from that. I can heal from honesty. I can heal from the momentary pain. But if you continuously lie to someone, they're living in a false reality
So,
because they're, go ahead. Yeah.
all right. So when it comes to brutal honesty, like when something is so serious that you have to be brutally honest with somebody, is it more a necessity or fear of an uncomfortable conversation?
Oh, I think people really are afraid of honest, uncomfortable conversations. That's part of our issue as a society, in relationships, in families, in work. It's because people are too afraid to have the hard conversations because nobody wants to feel, again, and COVID came at this time and people were left and right losing their stuff because COVID forced people, by shutting the world down, it forced people to deal with the realities and the truths that they have been running from for a very long time. So they were ultimately terrified of having the real conversation of what really is going on. And
Right.
again, as society, we have placed this stigma on needing help, having moments of weakness, being vulnerable. And so, because we've moved away from that, we've come to this society where it's all or nothing. Either I'm going to tell you like it is my way and be nasty as all get out, or I'm just going to hide the truth from you and sugarcoat it and not really let you know what the issue is because people don't want to feel.
You know what? On top of that, like the way the way things are is like this, right? There's like lies. They're always well dressed, but they're always being chased by the naked truth. If you know what I mean. Like people don't like the naked truth. They love a well dressed lie.
A lot of people don't like the naked truth, bro.
They just love a well dressed lie. You know,
Right.
and
Well, let me
and
tell
like you
you,
said,
my
you know what?
naked truth is the truth all day long. It hangs, it sags, but it's mine.
Fear of
Exactly. You know what?
repercussions of the honest conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing too is like like you said before, like during COVID, like it forced us a lot of things. Like you know what? It also forced like it forced a lot of people. Probably didn't realize it, but we're either chasing something or running away from something. So it was like COVID like put everything to a stop. So whatever we were running away from caught up. So um yeah, like that's when like you have to like face the truth about a lot of things, and
Yeah.
you find out a lot about yourself when you're in isolation. Things that you didn't want to know about yourself. Like, and that's why like liquor stores are open because I mean, me
Yeah,
personally,
that's true.
like me personally during that time, like there was a lot of things I saw about myself I didn't like. So I mean, thank God for the liquor stores, like because I wasn't ready to accept what it was at the time. So you know I drank my way out of it, and in turn, during that
You
whole
found out
during that
that you
whole
really
lockdown.
weren't out of it.
Well, exactly. You know
You
what?
know what?
I
Myra,
delayed the inevitable. I
hold
delayed the
on.
inevitable.
Myra got a big point. She said COVID
What?
did put a stop. She got it in caps to a lot of things. And I know
Yeah, it sure did.
I know exactly what that means.
It sure did. And you know what? Like I delayed the inevitable. You
Right.
know, like it forced like during that time it forced a lot of people to look in the mirror when even when they didn't want to. So like that. So you know what? If you ask me my opinion, that's the reason why that like the mental health, that mental health hotline must have been ringing off the hook because you know what, a lot of people started realizing things about themselves, me included. I'm not exempt. I'm talking about myself, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people, went through the same thing too.
Yeah. But the
So
thing is too is that at what point did accountability become a threat instead of a tool for growth? You know what I'm saying? Like at what
When it
point
made
did it
people feel guilty.
exactly.
When people realize that there's a consequence to our behaviors.
right?
Everybody wants to talk about keeping it real, but nobody actually wants to deal with the consequences of keeping it real. Because see, when you ask for something, people don't understand. When you ask for something and then you receive it, why are you not ready to receive everything that comes with it?
Right.
So you want a real one. You want a ride or die. You want all of these things. But you know what comes with that? Responsibility, expectations, truth, honesty, the ugly hair and rollers when you're not outside. You know, like when you're asking for something, be ready to take what comes with that. People want
Yeah, no.
strong women, strong men. Well, you know what comes with that? An attitude.
In other words,
So,
when you pray
so
for rain, yo, basically a lot of people be praying
Don't
for
just
rain, right?
carry an
And just
umbrella.
yo, not only that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people pray for rain, right? And all they see is like, oh, the flowers are gonna bloom and this, that, and the third. Like, but you know what I'm saying? They forget that there's mud behind that. You know what I'm saying?
also
You
allergies
pray for
because my
rain, you
eyes
gotta
are
deal with
bothering
the
me right now.
exactly, you know what I'm saying? So in other words, you know what I'm saying? If you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too,
Yeah.
you know? And like
Wow, that was really profound there, Doug.
yo, listen, man, you know what? I became a grandfather
Yeah,
Saturday,
you growing up.
and
Yeah.
I've always been grown. Like, look, you know what? I
About
come out
time.
here to run my mouth. I come out here
About
to
time.
run my mouth, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, I do this for, you know what I'm saying? I just put on the show, but like in all reality, like I look at things like so, like I always look at things a lot differently now, especially like like I had to go through it to grow through it, like I had to like go
Go
through a
through it to
lot.
grow through it.
Yeah,
Go
Yes.
through
like
it.
Bars.
Congratulations. Well done.
To
but but seriously though, like like a lot of people out here, they still praying for rain, expecting flowers, but like they never want to deal with the mud. They don't want to get dirty. Like like you
All
have
right.
to get dirty,
So do
regardless of
do
what.
do we avoid the truth because we care or because we don't want to deal with the consequences?
Because we don't
some
want to deal with the consequences. We don't
some
want the
people
Exactly, but
heartbreak.
can't
you know what? It's
handle the
still gonna be
truth.
there though.
Yeah. They don't
The-
want the feelings that come along with the truth,
You can't
giving it
handle
or
the truth.
receiving.
You remember
Yeah, you
that?
can't. Yeah. You can't handle the truth.
Exactly. That's
you,
why he said it. That's why he said it. He knew.
you, listen. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody always be like, yo, the truth is a good place to start, but can you handle that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, you know what? There's some truths about me that I can't handle. Me speaking right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not ready to handle that yet.
Mm,
You see what I'm
mm.
saying? Do I
You're
admit
being
that it's
honest
there?
with yourself, though, Doug.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Do I admit that it's there? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Am I ready to accept that as a truth? I'm somewhat ready for it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, am I prepared for it? Not yet. But it's getting there. You know, like it's getting there. But other than that, I mean, like a lot of people, like you know what, like they're all on this, like I'm a real one. I keep it, I keep it real. Man, you barely keep, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you barely keep it realistic to yourself. So how you gonna keep it real with me? You
Right.
can't be real with yourself. How you expect to be real with anybody else?
So
Mhm.
Like
so do
it's so
you
easy. You know what? It's so easy to call out someone's flaws and whatever. And you know what I'm saying? Because like you're calling out their nonsense, but you can't even call out yours. So like come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like like it's an oxymoron at that.
right? So in relationships, is it worse to hurt someone with the truth or protect them with a lie? In relationships, we're not
Let
talking
me tell
like
you, hurt me with the truth all day.
Hell yeah.
So I can tell you to get to stepping now instead of killing you and catching a case later.
shit bars. Clap
Oh,
yourself for that one.
are we talking homicide here? Not
I
like
plead the fifth on the grounds of the main criminal.
Oh shit.
I plead the fifth. Yo, you gonna catch her in court. I plead the fifth. How many members we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
Fifth?
Fifth.
So Myra says protect with a lie hurts more.
Yeah, again, because even though you are trying to protect someone, when you tell them the lie, they continue a life of false security. They don't know that this thing is going on or that this is happening or that this thing about them.
Mm.
So you're actually hurting them in the long run because they're going to continue to live this way, thinking that this, whatever it is okay. So you're going to hurt them even more in the long run if you
Right.
don't hurt them
So
right now with the truth.
absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
especially if you find out instead of being told.
Right.
Yes.
Right. But
Because
can
that's
real,
that's worse.
but can real growth happen without discomfort, or do you have
No,
to, or miss, or
Well,
have
again, people have to be able to
no.
accept it. They have to
right,
be able to accept that this is going to hurt for a minute.
You
or
you know what?
or has peace been mistaken for avoidance?
Oh yes. People think
For
Yeah, but
peace comes from not having any kind of uh like pushback.
Right.
You know, they think
you know
peace
what?
means we don't fight at all. We don't
Exactly.
disagree at all. No, that is not it.
You know what? You said something before about like something about like like because something I think could growth be avoided without pain, something like that, right? That's what you said before,
Who?
right? You
You.
like right before the peace part,
Oh,
like growth
oh,
without
well,
pain.
I said
That
something.
part, that
I,
part, right?
yeah.
All right, all right. You know what? You know what? I mean, like the football players get good without practicing and
Oh,
Oh wow.
going through like them two days, doing Oklahoma drills.
Right.
Like did a sniper get good just by what I'm saying? Hey, I got a gun. I'm just gonna be in the tree and just shoot off. No, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what? Everything was practice. Everything was pain.
All right. So
You know,
Pete, I'd
everything
rather
was
be
pain that came before that.
right.
Like bodybuilders. You know what? Like if I want to go, like tone up. I'll go hit the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not expecting to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like right there without no type of pain. Everything. You know what? There's always gonna be pain involved. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be pain involved for something that you want. Like you gotta go through it.
Right.
You gotta run through the gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't be like, I'm just gonna tiptoe around my way. No, man, you gotta run through that.
So
At every which way.
right. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Jennifer says, I'd rather be told the truth than made a mockery in front of others. For since when since when I'm in a relationship, the first thing I tell my partner is, if you're gonna step out on me, tell me, because I don't want everybody else in the room knowing what I don't. That makes sense to me. Making a fool of your partner because they don't know the truth is very damaging.
yeah,
True.
because it's like
Who
everybody
has
else knows and they're laughing at
Mhm.
Yep. They're gonna
my
laugh at you.
my my question is who has the energy to even do that nowadays?
you. Oh, believe me, they
A
have
lot
it.
of people.
They
A lot.
have it.
Mm, like look, you know what?
You were
You know
young
what?
once. Stop acting like you weren't a fool.
No, no,
No,
Like
but
not saying
everyone goes
nowadays.
he's
through
saying
that.
nowadays, like
Nowadays,
now, like
nowadays,
us
But
now.
nowadays.
nowadays, all
And
generations, the younger
yes.
generations are going to do the
Yeah,
same shit.
true.
It's a
But
constant thing that's always going to happen. You're always going to have people, and regardless of age, there are just people who are in fucking denial and like being that way. Like, like there are people out there who
you know what?
don't
Like
care.
you know what? You know what? Look, you know what? Like back when I'm saying like let's just say 20 let's push it even 30 years ago, right? For us to even do that, we could have we can like we got it off a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot smoother. But you want to know why? Because none of this was involved. No social media, no nothing.
Right.
You know. Now it's like like nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
All right. So how much of the healing culture is actually avoiding responsibility?
I'd say half.
what you mean? If you're healing, you're healing.
Yeah, but a lot. So all right. So are we raising? Pretty much saying, are we raising emotionally strong people or emotionally fragile ones?
It depends.
Yeah, I'd say both.
Yeah, it depends nowadays.
Remember,
Like
it's cycles. Everything's a cycle unless you're going to break it. So if you're going to teach your kids the same shit that you learned, then it's going to be a continual thing. So if you want people to be accountable and step up, then you have to teach that. You have to show that. But if you're going to be in denial and not be accountable and just go with the flow, then, and if you're going to get mad when people try to put you in your place or something like that, that's a you problem, because like you're the one that has the issue, not the other way around.
Yes, some people choose avoidance to keep their peace. They would rather not have a conversation.
Yeah, people don't like confrontation. And younger generations, because of the fucking phone and social media, face to face confront. Oh, forget it.
Nah,
Like,
they don't
I
like
don't
that.
know if you guys go to stores and shit like that and see people, but if you ever just sit back and just watch how certain people of certain ages interact or do things, it's interesting. It's just like, I can't tell you how many times I've unfortunately gone to the grocery store and like they don't know how to do basic math. Like, if you give them more
You,
change or whatever,
you,
if the computer doesn't tell them what it is, like, and I'm just like, bro, like, we were never. Remember when they told us that we wouldn't have calculators in our pockets and shit like that and all this other stuff, but now we have the internet and everything
there
in
we
our
go.
pocket?
There we go. There we go. Showing our age. You know, like
Yeah.
it's you might as well say, hey, remember when you used to wheel in the TV with the VCR? You
The,
might
You
as well
remember?
say that
Remember?
School
too.
still
Hold
have that,
on.
That's
okay?
Hold
we
on.
had no homework that
Remember?
day.
Remember when you were sitting home watching TV? You go upstairs. Somebody broke into your house, took everything but the TV because they couldn't lift it up.
Is the
Yeah,
TV
that
that
big
big?
floor,
Oh my
the floor
god.
Oh,
set.
or
Oh my
how
lord.
about this one? How about this one? Remember when it was like, you know what I'm saying, like 6 inches on the ground in that morning, and your parents still send you to school because
Oh,
the school ain't
yes.
Oh
closed yet?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know what, they're gonna
And
close
you
in a
had
half
to
a
We
day. By
didn't
the
get
walk.
time you
snow
got out,
days
it was
like
a
that.
foot. By the time you got out, it was like 12 inches on the ground or whatever, and it was at 12 o'clock. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna cancel the rest of the school days. Nowadays, like during the snow day, they call out ahead of time. Like,
Yep.
yeah, state of emergency for everything.
Oh no, and now they just do shit online. They don't
So
even
so
they do it online school.
so Myra said in this age they are too sensitive. Then she comes back and says, "Who still has an Atari?"
Oh my god. No.
Wow,
Okay, now you really
wow.
aged
The
yourself. Okay,
7800 or the
you older than
2600? What are we
me, dog.
talking about? What 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 are we talking about? The 7800 or the 2600?
Oh
How about the
god.
Coleco Vision?
2600. 20
How
Coleco
about the
Vision, yeah.
Coleco Vision? How about that one? Coleco.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
All right. So now at this point, what I want to do is I want to get the people watching, I want to get them, they've been involved the whole time, but I want to pose a question to them and see if they're honest about what is going on with them. So to the fans listening and watching, if you want to answer this, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. But just tell us you're gonna plead the fifth. But
Don't you
what?
dare.
Yeah, don't do that. What truth have you avoided saying because you knew it would change everything? I'm gonna go around the room here, but I want you guys in the chat room to answer as well. So I'm gonna start off with Dubs. What truth have you avoided saying because you knew it would change everything?
Well, to me, the truth about me
The truth
to
about what
somebody,
to someone, to anyone, yeah.
you know, I don't mind, what I'm saying, like putting anything out there because I really don't care what people think, right? So, it was my
He had to
alcoholism.
clear his throat.
Yeah, you know what? It was my alcoholism. Like I thought, like I would joke around and be like, yeah, what I'm saying, like I'm not an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Like because I would lie, say I don't drink every day. That's a definition of an alcoholic, right? I'll drink on the weekends, but the amount I used to drink on the weekends was like for 14 days, for like 2 weeks. Like it was bottles after bottles. And Corleone, you see me, like, you know what I'm saying, like take down, what I'm saying, fifth after fifth and be like, yo, I want another one.
Right.
So like,
Dr. Page and
and
Dr. Tito's.
exactly. And yo, you know what? And yo, you know what? And that opened doors to other things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
hold on real
pills
quick.
and
Real quick.
pills and like,
My
and
Myra
like
already says she's bowing out of this question.
Oh, pleading the fifth. I mean,
yeah,
it's a deep one. I
like,
mean,
like
all right,
and
Sharon.
you know what? You know what? It was me and my alcoholism and you know what I'm saying, the open doors of substance abuse. And I didn't want to, I thought, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm like, I'm just gonna party and this, that, and the third, as if that, you know what I'm saying, like I didn't have a problem. And then I had to look deeper. I'm like, yo, you know what? It's your past trauma is the reason why like you do this stuff too.
Right.
So I had to dig deeper and deeper. Like it was like the truth about, um unfinished business with my past. that I didn't want to deal with
Right.
because like it was like like it was so traumatizing. So once I got to that part, then I realized I was like, yo, you know what? I gotta heal somehow, some way. So I mean, I stopped drinking. I'm still healing, still. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just don't be like, yeah, I'm healed and that's good. No, you know what I'm saying? I stopped drinking. I'm still healed, and I'm an alcoholic. I will always be an alcoholic. You know, I haven't drank in almost close to 5 years, but still though, I treat myself that way because like I don't want to take a sip and then and then like something in me be like, yo, you know what? Oh, yo, it's just wine. It's good because that's how things start. It's just wine. The next thing you know, it's a beer. The next thing you know it, I'm drinking a fifth of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the next thing you know, I'm doing something stupid. I'm gonna lose my family. I'm gonna lose everything. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that part. I don't want to lose nothing no more because I already lost a lot. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Due to me drinking. And I didn't notice it until I look back right now. So I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a good spot. Why should I mess it up?
Right.
And
You're right. You're
that's my
absolutely
truth.
right. That's
And
your
that's my
truth.
truth.
Lady G.
I think what I would say is I don't trust you.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't trust you.
Who, me?
Okay.
No, that was
not you.
that was
He's
his
Oh,
asking
question. What
oh,
what
my
is
fault.
something
Sorry.
what
what
truth would you avoid saying because you knew it would change
it
everything?
would
And she
change
said,
everything. And so if I told someone
There you
that I
go.
don't trust them, it would change everything.
and
That
that's
would. That would.
yeah. Yep.
Or you know what? If they're interested in you, right? They
Well,
will be like, all right, you know what? Now
it
I'm gonna
has
get
nothing
now.
to
You
do
know
with
what? I'm
interest.
It has nothing to do with that though. She's just
all right, all right. You know what? My fault, my fault, my fault. You know what I'm saying? Like
Because
I'm
ain't nobody interested and I'm okay with that.
not that you
um
Well, if they don't tell me, then it ain't worth it. Because I'm all about the truth.
Dubs, we can't hear you now.
Uh-oh.
Dubs, we can't hear you, Dubs.
Nope.
Something happened. He must have knocked something out.
I don't know, something happened.
Uh,
I don't know. All right. I don't know what happened, Dubs. Something happened to your mic. All right, so TG, go ahead.
The truth. If I told the truth about some things that have happened to me, I think that would change a lot for some people. So sharing my story, but y'all ain't gonna get any of it. It'll be in my book, and you'll wait, and you can read about it.
Oh shit.
So
That's
I
funny.
ain't giving no spoilers. But if you want to know, that's where it will be.
I can't hear nobody.
Now
Oh,
we
well,
hear you
now
now.
we hear you now.
Technical difficulties. I'm telling you.
Hey, all right. Here's what happened, right?
What had happened
My
was
car was on. My car was on to shut off, right? And then like the Bluetooth, all that stuff. You know how that Bluetooth stuff works.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
yeah, so like I was trying to like get back on my headphones and yeah, whatever. It is what it is.
All right, so I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my turn. The question was, all right, so there are things that if I spoke out loud would definitely change a shitload of shit. I mean, what? What did you say?
I said secrets.
I have look. I'm gonna be straight up. Like I have I have dinosaur bones in my closet. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, Jesus.
I mean,
You're really from the past, aren't you?
yeah, I'm definitely from the past. You know,
All right, Bruce Wayne.
I got a fucking time machine in my bedroom and shit. I go into the closet and I hit the buttons and it sends me right back to where I'm from.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I'm caught in the Matrix and shit. I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, where am I? So I think if I shared, depending on who I'm sharing with,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it would sting, you know, because I'm worried a lot about judgment.
Mm.
I worry a lot about that, and it would hurt me. What did Myra say? Myra said what? Myra said spit it out. Oh,
I
I
know
thought
he put
for
Nah.
some
Tigers
reason,
on
for
blast,
some, you
but
want to hear
people-
something funny? You want to hear something funny? I thought it said spit on it. I looked at it real
Not Cor-
fast
Damn,
and I
this
said,
show
"Oh,
went somewhere.
Corleone don't
else
spit
real
it out. He
quick.
just swallows. Corleone swallows.
Aw.
you fucked up." You know what? Hi.
That
Nah,
was
just
deserved.
playing,
I mean,
just playing. Nah, but no, I looked at it real quick and I was like, "What the fuck did she say?" And it said, "Spit it
oh
out."
What's
boy.
on your mind?
But yeah.
Hmm.
So
Sucio.
so anyway, so
Asqueroso.
entonces.
Entonces.
But anyway, like I was saying, like I'm afraid of judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing with me. You know, there's a lot of shit that I can really, you know, lay on somebody and shit, and they would look at me and they'd either, you know, take what I said in stride and not be judgmental, or they or they could turn around and be like, you know, fuck out of here. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So I avoid those conversations about me and what I've done and what I've been through and shit, because you know, I'm afraid they won't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like people won't understand, and a lot of people won't. But there are people that would. But my
Do you
biggest
realize
fear,
you miss out on possibility. You miss out on knowing who's truly there for you and who's not.
Right.
And when you hide that, and you're not being real with yourself by, not sharing with at least somebody.
Right.
Because the truth is, if somebody is gonna judge you or do whatever negative because of what you have to share, then they're not for you in your life anyway.
That's how
Right.
you beat people out. Like Corleone, you know how I am. Like you especially, you know how I am. I say things without no regret, no matter how bad it makes me look. I'm gonna say it. You know what? If I could say the truth about myself, like I don't mind telling the truth about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And another thing too, like you also got to look at it this way, right? Who are they to judge you? See, I stopped caring about what people, thought about me a long time ago, because you know what, like you could walk that all I'm high and mighty stuff in front of people, but you know what? You're just like me. You know what I'm saying? You're just like me. You know what I'm saying? Because like you got flaws too. Everybody got flaws. Everybody.
And people who live in glass houses shouldn't be throwing stones.
Exactly.
yeah.
And if you're going to throw a stone, at least show me what hand you threw it with. Don't hide your hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
So
someone's gonna judge you, then they suck ass. So there.
let me tell you something. I'm dope.
We don't.
You should
Liar!
not. You should not. Yeah, I should not be. I should not be judged.
Would you say you do dope?
No, I don't do. My nose. Listen to me. My nose has not been running all night because I sniff coke. Okay, that's not why it's been running. It's allergies, because you guys want to plant seeds and grow flowers, and now there's fucking allergies. Okay, so let's not fucking go there. It's not the coke. But anyway,
your mustache is showing some white residue. I hope that's gray hair.
Yeah, that's the salt and pepper look, Papa. See, that's all my wisdom.
So
Look at that.
so
There
so
you go.
Not everybody can get that.
so
Yeah.
that's what we're calling it now. Salt.
Okay.
That's a new word for it now. Salt.
What? Salt? Oh, yeah.
Salt.
Yeah. Salt.
It's
That's what
not
it's.
booger
Salt.
sugar anymore. It's
Yeah.
beard salt.
Salt.
Yeah. But I just that's just my thing. That's my biggest thing.
It's understandable.
But now I'm starting to learn that you can't have both honesty and comfort at the same time. You have to be able to speak your truth and be uncomfortable.
Yep.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
the
Yes.
discomfort will only last for so long.
Right.
If you get mad, get sad, you'll get glad again.
It's not the Coke, people. It's not the Coke. Hold on.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. It's this might hurt.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
This might hurt. The
This
truth
might
might hurt.
Yeah.
It might hurt.
And I guess this is what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna do a round robin real quick with
Oh, gosh.
with a closing question.
Okay.
All right. All right. So here we go. Let's focus for a second here. Everybody
Focus,
get your thinking caps on. All right. And this goes out to the chat room also. What's one truth you had to accept that hurt but made you better? I'm gonna start off with Dubs because he's on a roll.
The one truth I had to accept.
What's one truth you had to accept that made you better?
That I'm the toxic one. That I'm the X factor to all my problems.
Wow.
Back then, that it's like that Spider-Man meme. I'm here pointing at him and him. It's like that Scooby. It's like Scooby Doo. Like, let's see who the monster is. Like pulling off the mask has been me all along. So I had to accept that. What I had to accept that. Like I was more like I had more of a hand in why the relationship between my daughter's mom and I is what it is now. I had to accept that. I had to accept, like I had to accept that, it's my reaction that me being too prideful, like shut down a lot of friendships and relationships, like it was me, like it wasn't, well, nah, they did this, so I reacted that, like no, what? I had more control over that situation, and yet, me being prideful, you know, decided to, like like go the other route. I had to accept that I was the toxic one and everything. You know, like it's like doing algebra. The X is the answer. The X was me. So I had to
Damn,
fall
bro.
back.
Drop the mic on that one. Good.
Like
ADG, drop the
yo,
mic on that one. That was dope.
I'm saying? Like yo, what? I had to fall back and like really reevaluate, like I'm saying, my position as a man and where I stand. And like really like try to rehabilitate my toxic ways. I'm still trying to rehabilitate it, man, because like it just don't happen overnight. Like it, like it's a, like you gotta, it's constant growth. Like what? There's certain things about me that still come out. Like
Right.
my reaction to certain things. Where I have to be like, yo, you know what? Now, if I react this way, right? I know there's gonna be a negative feedback. Am I willing to deal with negativity at this point? No, I'm not. You know, so let me calm. Let me calm down and go another route with it. Like it's been me all along. Like like I like what I can't. It's like pointing the finger in the mirror. It's your fault when you actually point in the mirror. Seeing the fingers, the reflections going back to you. So it was me. Did it hurt? Yeah, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because I was responsible for a lot of things.
Right.
Like, but like rather, like I see what it is now than like walk around with a blindfold, like like be Stevie Wonder to my situation. So yeah,
Wow. All right. So Myra says betrayal from my partner, knowing I don't need to have a partner. Yes, it's great to be with someone, but we don't need a partner to be happy.
she's right.
Yep. And then Jennifer says, it's the best example of accountability I think I've ever heard. That
Thank
was,
you.
I guess that was, yeah, absolutely. Lady G, la doctora.
She's about to school us on something.
Yeah, I know.
No,
She's
no.
laughing. She's
Yeah,
laughing.
yeah.
Because
Yo,
it's
you know what?
probably because it feels like a question I don't want to answer. But ask me that question again.
All right. The question is, what's one truth you had to accept that hurt but made you better?
That
Okay.
if I don't love me, I won't let anybody else love me either.
Wow.
Boom. Dropping bombs, huh? That's real.
Wow.
That's real.
And also, I think another truth that I think I have found hard to accept is the person that I am, what I love about myself. Unfortunately, it's what people need, not what they want.
Damn.
Yeah. I attract the wrong people because
You a
I
healer.
am what they need,
You're a healer.
not what they want. And unfortunately, people find in me comfort, security, support. So that's what they need in their life, not what they want in their life. So I tend to attract the broken and emotionally unavailable.
You're a healer.
Because I'm a healer,
Yeah.
So the people I attract need to be healed. The problem with that is I'm already whole. So that's why I am what other people need. Because I've done work on myself. So I mean, the likelihood that I could or will find what I need is slim, but not impossible. So that's hard to accept.
Right. Accepting that the person I was with was not the person he said he was allowed me to recognize that I deserve better and now see how much better it is on the other side of it. That's from Courtney. TG
The judge will
Love.
always suck. The judge will always suck is the other truth that it hurts, but it's true. Yeah.
Well, I learned this at a young age, unfortunately, but family isn't always there to support you and protect you and be there for you. And just because you are blood, it doesn't necessarily mean that they have the best interest for you or respect you. So I learned young to have boundaries. And as I got older, I set part and away from certain people in the family because they were toxic. And I didn't want to deal with that anymore.
That's rough, man. That's rough.
Unfortunately, that's like the majority of my family, but this is what it is. So, I learned as a child to forgive and to take a lot of things, and then it was always men were just forgiven. That was a cultural thing. And so I think, that followed me into adulthood with my relationships. And so it wasn't until I got therapy for myself and figured out my peace and my self-worth to really see that unfortunately, I was born into a family that sucked and they were not there for me the way that I needed them to be there for me. So,
Damn.
Yeah.
And you know what
Yo,
sucks? That when it comes from family, it's like,
oh, it hurts even more because they're your blood. They're supposed to love you unconditionally, like it's just an automatic thing. And even, but that isn't necessarily always the case. I mean, there are shitty people. Some of them can be your family members. Like, like that's just how it works out, like I have narcissistic people in my family. I have, like abusers. I have just a bunch of people who also don't want to, accept that they're wrong when they're wrong.
pride.
Yeah, a lot of pride.
that's that Spanish shit.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Word.
Very
Yo,
prideful,
TG, sorry,
very, yep.
I'm sorry you went through that, man. Like,
Oh my God. This is why I said you'll wait when you read the book. You'll
Read the book. And we're all getting autographed copies, by the way.
Yes.
oh, you writing a book?
You guys will, yes. I've
Yay.
been writing a book for years now, so we'll see how it goes. But yes, I'm just waiting for my laptop and then I have some things already written. I'm just getting some stuff together. But yeah, I think it's important for people to share their stories, especially if you've been through some shit and you've survived. And, I think it helps other people. I know my story is relatable. I know it's going to help other women out there. So, I just hope that people, like, we all have something to share, like, like our experiences and stuff we all learn, and it's good when you share those things with
Right.
other people because you never know like who you might help. There's a lot of people struggling out there,
Right.
so
And
it's good for them to know like, oh shit, yeah, like I'm going through that now, like, like we've talked about these things like mental health issues and stuff like that, but like these are pertinent things that we got to continually talk about because the climate of life is difficult. It's expensive to live. Insurance is going up. People are fearing their lives going out. Like we still have issues with school shootings and mass shootings in general. This is not something that's going to go away. We
There's
have,
added fears too. Added
like
fears now, like. So yeah, I
it's just
mean,
crazy. Like we're living in a crazy time. I can completely understand the heighten of mental illness and the heightenedness of like people struggling because it's almost nearly impossible to afford shit. I don't know about everyone else, but when I go grocery shopping, it's not cheap. And I'm like trying to stay on a budget and do what I
wait,
can.
what?
And like it's hard.
I'm glad you mentioned grocery shopping. So I went to Dollar General yesterday. 2 bags, $79.
Oh my
2
God.
bags, $79. I spent $79 on 2 like Walmart sized bags.
In
So
a
yeah,
dollar
you know what?
store. See?
At the Dollar General. So imagine if I went to like ShopRite or something, man. Like, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't go
you
grocery
absolutely
stores.
you know what? You absolutely right. Like everything's going up, but like the cost of living went up, but what we're getting
Everything but
paid.
our
I mean,
paychecks.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they won't raise the minimum wage. They won't raise wages.
Well, they
And
actually they from my understanding, they rose the minimum wage over here. I don't know what it
not
is
Yeah,
over
all
but
there.
only by a
states
few cents.
and federally no. So like federal law is the one that's the most important, and that is minimum is like I think still $7 and change. And then each state is setting theirs, but not every state has that. I think
Yeah,
Jersey, New York, and a few others are pretty high. California, probably, but but not
know,
everybody.
you know, like a couple days ago, right?
Damn. Courtney
couple-
G says her pay went down.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think they said technically minimum wage today, if it would have gone the way it should with inflation, it should be $25 an hour right now. Right now is what minimum wage should be. So think about what
Yo,
you
my
get
dog,
paid.
my dog, he's
What?
dreaming. My dog is dreaming.
Oh, I thought I heard like little whimpers.
Yeah, she's over there dreaming. She's bugging over there.
Oh my God. It's cute when they do that.
Yeah,
Though.
yeah. She's like, I wonder if she's chasing a bone or being chased. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows what they're dreaming about?
So, all right. So real quick, I guess I'm gonna answer the question now.
Yes,
What's
answer the
one
question.
truth you had to accept that hurt, but it made me better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had to really accept that not everyone in your life, you hear?
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
I don't know if I should
Poor
wake her
Ivy.
up. She sound
No,
like she's-
you don't wake them.
no.
You'll scare.
It sounds like she's crying though.
I know she's dreaming. She's got shit going on. Let her deal.
She's
So
stressed out,
anyway,
yo.
I don't know why she would be stressed out because she's living a life
She gotta
here.
pay rent, man. Like, yo, she gotta pay rent too.
All right, that she
She,
does.
she
but-
could be thinking right now that you're not feeding her on time for all we know. This is the problem.
She's probably, you know what? She's probably dreaming about the times that you go out and she's home alone.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God, he left me. He left me.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god. She watches me when I get dressed, when I
Mhm.
start getting dressed. She's sitting there like, bro, where you going, man? Like, do you really gotta go? I'm like, at least I leave the TV on for you. I don't leave you
Oh
in
my
silence.
God.
She watches Mork and Mindy, Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days and shit. So anyway, so hold on, let me. All right, so
All right. The one truth that
the one truth that I've learned that regardless of how long you've known a person, regardless of how long and how much time you spent with someone, there's always something that will prevent that person from being honest with you. I've been in, I'm gonna be straight up, like I've been in relationships, and despite how long we've been together or how much I think we get along, there's always something that throws a wrench in it that makes me sit there and say, damn, you know,
Mhm.
I have to learn from this. I have to learn that not everybody has my best interest at heart. You know, just knowing that there are people out there probably in my life right now. I'm not saying to you guys, I know you guys love me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
never said that.
Oh, shit. Oh, you know what?
So first
Bye.
of all,
Just playing.
okay.
Just knowing that. What did you do, Dubs? Just knowing that it feel I've grown in the last four years. Dubs can attest to this. I've learned in the last 4 years that it's okay. People don't have to like me. You know what I'm saying? People don't have to be down with me. You know, I've learned that although the episode about loneliness kind of got me, but although being alone sucks at times, there are times when, you know, I can sit here and say I'm at peace. You know, I've built myself up. You know, although I do have some things I'm dealing with, and I'll get to those things eventually, you know, and deal with them. But
Mhm.
what's made me better is that I'm at peace with certain things. I'm at peace with who I am now when I wasn't at some point at that
Right.
point. You know what I'm saying? Like I can honestly sit here and say that I'm prepared for what is to come. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm better. I'm I have I have some things in the work, some things going on and stuff that will prepare me even more for what the world has to throw at me. You know, and if I fail, what does Los do whenever the fuck he fails? He stands the fuck up, brushes his
Get back
shoulder
up.
off, and fail the fuck forward. I take what I've learned from that failure, apply it, and keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? There's no holding me back this time. I
Mhm.
know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do. I just gotta open my mouth more and speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes it takes some time for me, but I'll get that part of my life too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's not the coke, people. It's not the coke.
Oh
Okay,
my.
but
You're right. It's absolutely the coke.
you know,
He's actually doing lines right in front of us.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Ah.
Right off the finger.
He's like the tissue is actually just
He's on some Trump Jr. shit.
so you know, I know that
Oh,
I know that I'm better today than I was then.
awesome.
You know, and I'm just glad that I have this podcast helps me a shitload. You know what I'm saying? Because I use it as an outlet, so I'm able to speak my mind
Right.
without speaking my mind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I learn from you guys. I learn from the fans of the show. I learn from everything, and I soak it all up, and you know I do what I got to do. You know, and you know if tonight's episode made anybody feel uncomfortable, good. I'm glad because you know what? Growth don't come wrapped in comfort.
Mm,
You know, so
boom.
what are you doing? You got them looking for you? You playing Grand Theft Auto, bro?
pretty
You
much.
running from the cops?
Nah, man, I have to stand up, man. My back is hurting.
Oh, don't. All right, so
All right.
bro,
Oh, I gotta run. I gotta run. No, I'm just like, hold on, man. I'm trying to get away from the noise. That's what it is.
Oh my god, that would
somebody's
have been
house is
funny.
somebody's getting robbed somewhere.
Like nah. You know what? Like it smells like something's burning.
Oh,
Obviously,
that's not
Uh,
nice. That's not nice. But anyway,
nah,
so
nah.
like I said, if tonight made anybody feel uncomfortable, good comfort. That's
we ain't here to hold your hand. God damn it.
yeah, we're not here to sugarcoat shit. And I want to thank everybody that came into the chat room.
Yep. Yep.
I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I want to thank my dope co-host Simon Phoenix, Dubs of Dawn. I want to thank the beautiful TG Love, the
Oh, that-
outstanding beautiful La Doctora Lady G, and I want to thank myself for being myself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Thank you.
hold on. And shout out to that Peruvian roll that you were sniffing all night because it got you like on some philosophical shit. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to your drug dealer.
Shout
You
out to
know,
the drug.
yo, Paco, Paco, I see you, Paco. I see you.
Good looking out, Paco.
don't nobody go anywhere. Stay till after. Just don't go nowhere. And like I said, I want to thank everybody. Thanks for coming in. Thanks to all of you guys. I appreciate you. And next episode will be the 28th. I'll post it. Everything will be cool. We'll get to it. That's Dubs of Dawn. That's Lady G. That's TG Love. I'm Big Los the Dawn, El Presidente. And always remember that at some point,
This
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 might
might
hurt.
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 Good night, everybody.
night.